would put my bets on. I think he could possibly win.
Is the matchup for Machamp favorable?
It's very hard to tell because Goreson's a very good player, but if we're going on evens, I think Sceptile has the better option because Sceptile has the mid-range, whereas Machamp needs to get in close range. So if Sceptile can keep Machamp at bay, then Sceptile has got it.
I can see where this is going. Like, Sceptile can go for Leaf Blade and Giga Drain, and Machamp is known for getting in close with counter attacks, so he's open for getting Giga Drain, right? So I'm seeing where this is going, and I'm really curious who takes it home. We have seen AfroKami battling against Pikachu Libre, where he wasn't quite confident in the matchup. He wasn't comfortable, but I think this is gonna be way closer now.
Yes, I do believe it's going to be very close. Both players definitely want to win in order to stay in the tournament, because I believe at this point, if one loses, they go home now.
Yeah.
So they have to definitely win this match. We're going to go into the match right now, though. We see Sceptile controls the stage with lots of Razor Leaves and the traps as well. Of course, if Sceptile does allow Machamp to get in, then it's going to be very horrible for Sceptile. We do see a nice low crouching attack. See, trying to, the C's are protecting Sceptile. If Machamp wants to approach, then Machamp can't approach. But Machamp's right in his face now, and it's going to be a problem for when the counter attack just caught him out of the air.
Sceptile tries to get away as soon as possible, and this is not gonna be a super jumpy game. With both players opted to go for Snivy as a support Pokemon, which got a really nice anti-air attack, which stops Machamp from jumping into. Oh, Machamp ran into it. Sceptile now trying to get away again, but he needs to deal damage to Machamp, since Machamp is in the life lead at the moment and gets off a counter, doing a good amount of damage and making it so that Sceptile needs to go aggressive, but Machamp takes it home.
One of the rare occasions where Sceptile's traps actually don't work, and Machamp gets a nice tech and breaks the grab and also causes a critical hit, which is just about enough damage to seal the round.
It was. Goreson took the first match and is now in synergy mode, trying to get Sceptile while he's jumping, and now trying to jump himself, starting off a combo, not getting the air grab, but
if it doesn't work once, try again.
Try it again. And now AfroKami is at really low health. He has to go a really aggressive route, starts comboing, starts setting up the seeds, but Machamp gets the knockout and Goreson takes the first match.
Really unfortunate that he did have full burst. He could have used it, but I was guessing that he was in a good position, so he didn't really need to use it just yet. But if you're low on health, I would advise to use it just so that you have it. You've at least used it.
Oh, definitely. This was really convincing by Goreson. I'm really wondering how AfroKami is gonna adapt this time around. He needs to play it a bit more patient, maybe just try to get Goreson away as much as possible, setting up the traps though, which hardens for Goreson to get in range, and he still got the Snivy as a support. No, he didn't pick the Snivy.
No, he's changed support now. He realizes that he wants a bit more defense because Machamp does hit very, very hard. So a Sylveon option would definitely help his defense as well as heal him a little bit.
And he gets off the first hits, setting up the traps. Machamp, but got really well timed. Oh, and
very
we see
nice
the grab.
low stance.
Oh.
You can low stance Machamp's counter, and then you can critical hit grab punish afterwards. Many characters can do this, and Sceptile is one of them.
This is interesting, Solomon. We have to talk about that later on, as we see the game progresses and Sylveon comes out, boosting the defensive, but Machamp doesn't care about Sceptile boosting defenses, and he gets in close and no combo at all, but Snivy gets off, stops Sceptile from attacking, and look at the damage that Machamp already dealt with just a few normal attacks.
Yeah, Snivy being a very good anti-air support, I do believe that since Sceptile needs to move around. He's going to jump over Machamp and then go backwards to give himself space. Snivy can pretty much chase Sceptile down and then bring him down to a halt.
This is a really good choice of support. I could see where this is going with the Sceptile, like he wanted to set traps, and then the only we see the Giga Drain there. He wanted to set traps, and the only way for Machamp to get him freely was by jumping in, and that's why he chose Snivy. But now he's for Sylveon, and he went into Synergy Burst mode, getting off the Sylveon, and he won by timer this time.
Afro being very defensive, but it did help in this time to win the next round.
Yeah, this might be the way to go for AfroKami.
Yes, it's very tough, but if Sceptile can keep Machamp away and just chip him very little across the 80 seconds of this match, then Sceptile can definitely have an advantage here. It's up to Goreson at this point to figure a way around those traps and around all the setups that Sceptile provides in order to win.
Of course, Goreson wants to get in really close, avoiding the traps as much as possible. Goes now into Synergy mode, tries to jump in, but Sceptile is really good and blocking there, not fearing the grabs at all. Sylveon comes out, and we're gonna see
the Dynamic Fury just whiffed there on block.
Oh,
but
this is interesting. Getting off the air grab, doing a good amount of damage. Goreson now is in the life. He's getting a second grab. Oh, this is gonna be
AfroKami used Detect, which got caught by the submission for critical damage, and unfortunately he gets caught by the aerial counter slam and gets hit by a close combat finish, but it's still not enough. He's on 1 HP, and Sceptile needs to try and figure a way to get pretty much what was a perfect, but now he has like 20 seconds to try and get his health to 0, and I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to do it.
No! This is going to be enough.
Oh boy, that was a very tough match for Sceptile. He was looking it wasn't looking very good for him.
It's really well. Goreson plays the Machamp really well. Sceptile from AfroKami tries to set up the traps, tries to avoid a close combat with Machamp as much as possible. But Goreson is really good at sneaking in and getting close. He's like a master that Machamp, and look at the damage. He doesn't get the grab, neither the counter, and both players are now in a really close match. Snivy comes up, Mega Sceptile making an appearance, and Machamp goes into the burst mode.
Oh wait, hold on, is this gonna... No, okay, it didn't hit. I was worried that Sceptile was trying to go for a grab in the middle there. We do see now they're both in burst mode, but Sceptile hasn't used his attack. He gets caught by the submission, however.
Oh, look at the damage, Solomon.
So much damage. It's just like, the funny thing is, Machamp in burst mode has a permanent bulk up. Like, when he bulks up outside the burst, Machamp provides permanent bulk up, which means he has access to crush up at any point, and all his Pokemon moves are enhanced.
This looks really painful. Look at this. He punishes the Protect with a trap and gets the knockout.
This is looking very detrimental for AfroKami. I'm not sure how much pressure he's feeling, but I would assume it's a lot. He needs to try and maybe calm down, maybe go into character select, just recollect himself, try and think, okay, how am I going to get past this Machamp? What is he doing that's working against me, and how can I overcome that?
It's gonna be really hard, since Goreson is a really strong Machamp player. Have to say, just a little switch to Chandelure just to scare him.
It's just all about the thinking. He's trying to move away from it, then coming back to it. Just trying to go around and trying to think back from point A to point B and going back to point A again. It's just using that time to try and think. Okay, what could work? What couldn't work? What was working?
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll go into game 3 and try to reverse this.
And he may just switch up his support Pokemon. We got a whole lot of them to choose from, but he still again opts for the Sylveon. This is gonna be helpful. It lowers the damage Goreson is dealing with this Machamp to the Sceptile from AfroKami, and this is it. Machamp versus Sceptile, Goreson versus AfroKami, and Goreson is in the lead at the moment. We got a best of 5. Goreson already won 2 matches, so if he wins this one, he moves forward.
Yes, that is correct. So we're gonna go into the match right now. Both people just playing at range at the moment, but little exchanges here and there. Sceptile does eventually win the phase, and now, oh, that was a very bad counter. Goreson just lets the submission rip, and he actually catches Sceptile's counter frames, and that causes a critical hit.
Now Machamp getting off another air grab after a counter attack. Really nice combo there from Goreson. He is in a really good life lead at the moment. He just needs 2 more attacks and Sceptile goes down. Sceptile comes back now, got Machamp on the wall, comboing really nicely. I think there was some cancelling involved as well. And he gets summons Sylveon, buffing its defense, setting up a in-drain, I think.
That was a growth actually. And
growth,
Machamp just chopped through the growth and actually caused the phase shift there. Now we're going to see what happens here. I don't know if AfroKami is going to be able to make it. He's in a very bad pinch right now. Goreson's trying to react as best as possible, try and keep him at low HP into the corner. Afro is trying to get out of the corner. We've got 10 seconds left. It's all still very possible. Gets the grab, but unfortunately Sceptile's grab animation is actually quite long, which causes quite a lot of time to...
1 second left, and we don't see the timer knockout, we see an actual knockout.
Right, Goreson's at match point. He needs 1 more round to win in order to advance. At this point, lots of things must be going through AfroKami's head. He must be thinking, you know, it's a very tense time for him where you're 1 round away from potentially dropping out, you know, getting eliminated from the whole tournament. And he worked so much from day 1 to make it to day 2, only to get, you know, overpowered by Goreson.
Well, Goreson got the overpower in his Machamp. It's such a strong Pokemon. But we have seen Sceptile opting for Krogunk as a support Pokemon. What does Krogunk do in this matchup?
Okay, so what Krogunk does is that he has a field, like a circle, and if you enter that circle, your defense gets debuffed. It can also be used for Oki setup, so I could possibly grab you. If you try to react, then Krogunk can disrupt that.
And Mega Sceptile setting up the traps, not trying to get close. He just needs to get off those traps and get Machamp away from it. But Machamp also goes into synergy mode, trying to get closer to the non-Mega Sceptile now.
Yeah, Sceptile's burst has just run out, whereas Machamp is still active, and Machamp is trying to go in. They both clash, and then unfortunately AfroKami does get hit by the attack. And we're going to see the Dynamic Fury. It doesn't connect. He's still shielding, but he does get critical hit by the grab, and that's going to be it, guys.
That's gonna be
Congratulations to AfroKami. He tried to play a very tense game. Very strong player in the form of Machamp's Goreson's Machamp, and I guess it was just too much to handle for